Is there a line people have to be careful about to distinguish between plagiarizing and complying with tropes?
Well, first of all, now I'm thinking of all these stories that have doors in them.
Yeah.
So that's a really great idea.
Yeah.
I think plagiarism is exactly taking the person's idea and like to the specifics of the location and the details. But what makes the trope so powerful is it's an understood concept. So like you were talking about, they're both young women, they're going on these adventures, and the door is like, oh, it's yeah, so exciting. Now I had never thought about that aspect before. But I don't think that tropes and plagiarism are something people need to worry about, because what you're going to do is use that trope as a building block and develop it more. There's no way somebody could say, oh, your story has a door, my story has a door, you're plagiarizing. It's just, we would have no stories,
Yeah.
because we rely on our common experiences to help us get into stories and move us through stories. And if we always had to be recreating everything brand new for every story, I don't think we would get very far, because it's really about the relationships, is what I've come to understand, is that tropes really tie relationships together. And that's what hooks the reader and hooks us, I think, too, is figuring out like what's going on between these people. I mean, we can have great settings and great dialogues, but I haven't read either of those stories, but I would imagine that the relationship that those young women have is what kind of kept you going through it. At least that's what I find when I'm working on something or really engaged. Rereading Uprooted now. Did you ever happen to read that?
No, I never read that.
But Vic, it has some similarities in terms of what you're talking about. And so that got me thinking of, oh yeah, but it's like also, I'm sure, completely different in terms of setting and dialogue and those things. But yet it's a journey that this young girl goes through, basically opening different doors of her life. So I really hope people don't get hung up on that, although I think it's a great thing to think about, because it's our job to take the trope and then develop it into this person who you are sure absolutely positively lives and breathes somewhere. They're so distinctive.